I would have been okay if you guys weren't really good dancers because the music hits. The vocals hit, the rap flows hit, but you didn't need to be this good, but they are this good. You know what I mean? What the hell? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeff. So in this video, we're gonna check out LNGSHOT's dance practice to their hit song, Moonwalkin. I've been obsessed. The album has been on repeat. If you guys are new to my channel, I have already reacted to the Moonwalkin music video and then the album also. So I have been waiting, because the performance video came out about 2 weeks ago, I think. But I have been waiting for the dance practice, the fixed version, because it's a lot easier to dissect when you can see it's in fixed. But I do want to check out the performance video as well. So as usual, we're gonna do a full run-through reaction first. I'm gonna watch it all the way through first, and then we'll do the analysis with pausing afterwards. Okay, let's get to it. But yeah, they need to be in the position for that. Ooh. Ooh. Yo, this is sharper. Because the song is more melodic, but the execution is sharp. Whoa. Oh! Yo, the level change. Oh! What? Hey! Whoa! Oh damn! Such a good song, man. Nice. Yeah. This is so LA. What? I'm like pleasantly surprised. Hey! Oh! I love that move. This is a very smart choreo. Hey. Hey. Woo! Yo. Woojin, let's go. Nice. I'm feeling like Woojin is main dancer. I mean, positions are kind of like out nowadays. You know, there's no like strict positioning anymore. Whoa. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Main dancer vibes. Woo! Oh shit! Hey! Yo, that was sharp. Damn! Woo! What? You know what? This is such a fun time for me because I feel like we are in the midst of a shift in K-pop. I know a lot of people are gonna say that this is K-hip hop, but I think it's K-hip hop music and then K-pop adjacent because they're gonna be promoting in the K-pop sphere, right? Yeah, I feel like we are witnessing a shift in the K-pop sphere in terms of musical direction. I am feeling, I think someone did say this in the comments too. I actually said it in the album reaction, but I cut it. Someone mentioned it on the comments too, and I was like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have cut it. Basically, I was saying there that like I'm feeling the way I'm feeling with Longshot, and also the reception that they're getting is the same, is very similar to how New Jeans was. New Jeans came out of nowhere as well. They came out of nowhere. Like there was no like, you know, huge promo or teasers, anything. They kind of like just dropped and the music hit. And then after that, they influenced the industry so much in terms of music, styling, creative direction. The Y2K eras kind of come back more, right? And I feel like that's gonna happen with Longshot, the type of music, the type of performances. Because what's gonna happen is that a lot of creatives, CEOs, labels, they will look at Longshot, be like, yo, this is what's resonating with people right now. And in any industry, you would kind of do that. When something is resonating with the community, the fandom, the consumers, the labels and stuff will pay attention, and that's what they will try to give through the products. It's not going to be exactly like Longshot per se, but it's going to be like, oh, okay, K-R&B and K-hip-hop is more of a thing now. With a certain creative direction, there's always an expiry date to them, right? Trends do not hold. A certain musical direction, creative direction do not hold for decades. It would always shift, and that's why we have eras, right? And so now it's like we're getting K-R&B, K-hip-hop vibes. And it's resonating with a lot of people. Evidently, I'm not just saying this. It's like evident. You know, the streams are crazy, right? Okay, back to the dance practice. The shift is evident as well because you're getting less K-pop tones in this. This was basically not a K-pop choreography type. Yes, there is a difference between K-pop choreography and like more like hip-hop choreography and all that, you know? This is, like I mentioned, is very LA, it's very 1 million. There was no K-popness to it at all. And that's very fresh. That's very interesting. Smart also, because they really distributed where the harder executions are within the song when they're not singing. But at the same time, they didn't leave us wanting that heavy choreo for too long. You know, because in between those heavy executions and choreography, they were serving vocals. But you know what? Because we didn't see the entire choreography on the Moonwalkin music video, I was like, okay, they can dance. You know, there's like a lot of hip hop tones to it, very LA, like I mentioned on the music video reaction. But I didn't expect them to go this hard. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo. What the? That's why I was saying that like I was pleasantly surprised because it's like hardcore dancing, and it's just like, yo, I would have been okay if you guys weren't really good dancers because the music hits, the vocals hit, the rap flows hit, but you didn't need to be this good, but they are this good. You know what I mean? What the hell? They're sharp. Okay, let's go through it again. Okay, you know what? In many different sections of the choreography, they do levels really, really well. I think in this intro, I think we could have played a little bit more with the levels. Louis is more upright, and then the guys are outward, so it's more like an imagery type. Okay, yeah, so I would just clean it up a little bit. I would have a little bit more kind of emphasis on the, so it's like boom, down. When you go here, have that outwards a lot more. It's kind of creating like two C's, kind of like this. Have that sway a little bit further out, go all the way down, and then travel. Like that would just kind of, I can see what they're trying to choreo for this. It's kind of like boom, like that. That's what the movement is for the guys on the outsides. So it's like walk, 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 boom, boom. That's like your body going like that. Ujin is doing it. Like he is a little bit more lower on like the scoop down. So it's getting that level up, right? So up level, actually like stand up and reach and kind of elongate your body that way. And then when you go down, you go really down, kind of like what Ujin is doing. So I would just kind of do that for all of them, so that that beginning, that intro is just as powerful as the rest of the song, because the rest is like fucking amazing. It was just like this portion here where it just needs that kind of cleaning up. Boom, boom. Just a little bit more intentional with that swoop. See, they do levels really well. It was just kind of that intro, because like, look here when they go here, it's like they're low. You know, that's what I mean. So they did well here. I love that move. Oh my god. So Woojin has this like raw, natural flair that you would see in like choreographers if you take like a workshop in LA, or like I guess 1 Million Studio. If you like watch these like workshops and videos, dance videos, like Millennium Dance Studio, that kind of thing. I always refer to that. But you would see this kind of vibe. You know, there's a rawness to Woojin's movements. Like this part is so cool. The choreography is so cool. Like that's not a K-pop move at all. that's a hip hop move. It's that kind of like tippy toe a little bit. And then the knees kind of like buckle down and giving your like hip hop shape, a little bit more awkward, but like in a great way. Like, I like the slow down, and then boom boom, you know, hit it. That's a cool choreo too, because like it was like fast, and then on the too much, like they went slower. But it's a more complex move. It's a more complex move because you're having to do the balance. So you got 1 foot down and 1 foot up, and then you're like toggling around. So you're doing the vocals, you're holding the vocals, but you're having to do this kind of balance thing, right? It's a little bit more complex than what I feel like a lot of people would think. Because like, you know, like even if you just like think about it, you know, when you're dancing and then you're going hard, right? You hard, fast, and then you suddenly have to stop, and at the same time balance with 1 foot, and then sing at the same time, those like gorgeous notes. It's a difficult one. They didn't skimp on that, even though it's like a slower melody. And then, yeah, they're really showing the sharpness too. Here, like, I love how sharp their arms are and their legs when they kind of buckle down to the middle. Yeah, it's... This is, if you want to know if someone is like a real hip-hop dancer, or like someone who grew up in like in hip-hop and not K-pop, it's this one here. This default. Like those knees kind of buckling down. Like that. Oh, here. Let me freeze it for you. It's just like, it's in between the movements. It's not really because of the choreography. It's how you move as a person from like move to move. Like this kind of bent knees inwards. This is like hip hop. That's not K-pop at all. Like that would be a no for like K-pop trainers. And the crotch grab, that's very hip hop as well. You know, it's innate in like just the way you feel in the genre. I mean, of course, as you grow older in that genre, that's kind of the mannerisms that you get. I like the beats too. Here, boom, like he really hit that boom boom. Yeah, even I don't think they were trained by K-pop trainers at all. And I'm not saying that like as a diss or anything. It's just like different mannerisms. Holy Bang. This makes so much sense. Okay, so Holy Bang, if you guys don't know, Honey J is the leader for that specific dance group, and they competed and won. I guess spoiler alert. Competed and won at the very first Street Woman Fighter. Of course, you guys have heard about Street Woman Fighter, right? So they won that, and someone did mention that they are in the same company as LNGSHOT with J Park, and actually, it's true. I just watched their MMA performance, Team J Park, and Holy Bang was there too. So I wouldn't be surprised if Holy Bang because a lot of people are saying that, it's J Park's company. Of course, he would like teach them how to rap, or influence them in the rap section. But if you had Holy Bang, an in-house powerhouse of a dance group, they would have an influence in your dancing at the same time. And I can see actually the mannerisms that Holy Bang does have, which kind of filtered down to here, which is really cool. It's like kind of like those small movements there with Oyul. Like it's sharp, but it's like it's not K-pop at all. It's like underground. It's hip hop. Again, it's not a diss. Sorry, there's nothing wrong about like K-pop choreography, K-pop dancing. I love them, but I'm just letting you guys know the difference between the two. And then like these kind of movements, that's very nostalgic actually. Like that's old school hip hop for you. Yeah, like those little sections where it's like, okay, smooth, and then like pop, pop. Really cool. It's like, that was so sharp too. Like, oh god, like, Oyul, great tone, great look, visually stunning. And then you can dance like this. Like, look at that. This like slide back. It's like so intense, but it's like so smooth. And then boom, like it's just like boom, pa. It's just like that chest going. It's great emphasis. It's so by the music. It's the same idea as like what Ujin did earlier, the boom boom. So instead of it like punching the air, it's like just your chest going pam pa. Yeah, so I like those kind of details. You got real rapping, and then less on the choreo here, and then they would pick certain sections when to come in. This is actually a very Holy Bang, this choreography. Wait, is it Holy Bang that choreo this? Because I'm seeing a lot of Holy Bang influences. Like, this is so them. This kind of movement is so them. Oh my god, just like rushing back from the Street Women Fighter days. I reacted to all the Street Women Fighter stuff on Patreon if you guys are interested. But yeah, I like that it was boom and then pa pa. Just really emphasizing those beats, which is like a really cool part of the song. And it's one of the things that I love about the song, like those heavy beats out of nowhere, but still very cohesive, right? And then I love that they put emphasis on those because, yeah, in this kind of song, it's more free-flowing, a little bit smoother. You need to find heavy-hitting beats to choreograph too, so that you could have intensity level there as well. And the Michael Jackson reference. This is it. I'll show you guys a poster. This is the poster for the newer fans, for the younger fans. Oh, that's cool. The hallelujah part. It's used as a transition rather than something that is so prominent, because like it's so prominent on the song. The hallelujah is so gorgeously done, but the choreography is transitional. Because in a typical choreography sense, because it's such a prominent part of the song, Hallelujah, what a lot of choreographers would have done is, the Louis would be in the center, and then you would create some sort of imagery around him. The hallelujah part, right? Like that's what I would have envisioned. So this is smart. They used it as a transition. Sunset, I'm gonna make it. Man, huge kudos for Louis. He looks very tall. How tall is he? He's tall, but he's moving. I feel alive when you're calling. See, that's like hip hop, great direction. He's really utilizing his levels here. And it's so evident in his entire performance. I'm talking about Ujin. Like, going upright and going all the way down. Like how low is he? So in normal kind of K-pop choreography, it would the difference. It's not shitting on the K-pop on K-pop choreography. It's like showing the differences. Okay, I have to always say it because you know how these things get out of context. Anyway, so yeah, in typical K-pop choreography, this would be a projection on the face, kind of like on the camera, which he did, but he's not afraid to go away from the camera, which is very, very different because normally the camera goes to you, you project to it, right? And I just love the commitment also to that. Like he's really low on this. God, Oyul is so charismatic. Yo, like what the hell? You guys didn't need to be this good of a dancer. Like the vocals are already so good, but like they are hitting everything. I love it when their knees go inwards because it's so hip hop and it's so cool and cute at the same time. It's so charismatic. Hey. Yeah, like this part is so cool because they go on the fluid stuff. You know, it's more like a more groovy, right? And then they go into this like more structured kind of almost like robotic kind of movements. Like here. Right? It's like boom, 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 ba. It's like the torso versus your lower body, but which creates the dynamics, right? Yeah. I was just about to say actually, like there are sections where it's a little casual. It's a little too casual. When they're performing in between the heavy choreographies, like you know when they're kind of walking around, for a lot of K-pop fans who are kind of used to K-pop choreography, where everything is like detailed and precise, there's a lot of freedom in this choreography. And in some sections, it does kind of tend to be really casual, where you're kind of like just walking, you know? But like when they go ham, it makes up for it. Like I don't mind it anymore. So like here in these all sections, you know, it's more casual, more chill. And then like they get into this moment where like, for example, Ujin just fucking smashes it. He like gets in there and then delivers like a fucking heavy choreo. You know, like look at this line. Look at this line. And he's going fast on it. You know what I mean? The knee buckle, man. You see what I mean? It's like, okay, the casual stuff, like you forget about it. Like here, because here, for example, the other guys are not singing, so they don't actually need to be having a more casual moment there. You know, just traditionally. Because it's only Oyul singing there. So the other guys normally would have heavier choreo than what they're showing here. But like, I don't mind it again because it's more casual, more chill, because it's ramping up to like this moment. You know what I mean? And just devours. This is gorgeous, a gorgeous, gorgeous turn. Like, look at this line. Wow. Woo, he's like skating. Yo. See, this is what I mean by the shift. We're probably going to see less and less precision, you know, almost like robotically synchronized kind of choreographies if this keeps up. You know, for example, if LNGSHOT keeps getting bigger and bigger, I think that it's kind of like what I said, a lot more labels will probably pay attention. And you know, I think that just collectively, a lot of the K-pop fans are probably wanting more rawness and just something different that works. Because there's a difference between wanting something different and it doesn't work versus something different that works, right? And nobody really knows what that is. You know, we don't know. A lot of fans want something different, but we don't really know what we want. I'm an example of that. Like, you know, having done this channel for 6 years, and I've enjoyed so many choreographies, so many great performances, legendary performances. You know, I'm always so happy to see dance practices and stuff. But after 6 years, you're kind of like, okay, I've seen so many, a lot. Like, look at my channel. I've covered a lot. And so it's like, okay, I want to see something different, but I don't know what. You know, I don't know what. And so here, you know, a group like this comes in. Of course, the melody and stuff, they're all beautiful. Singing-wise, incredible. But just like extending it to the rawness of hip-hop, because this is what it really is in LA, for example, where, yes, you would be synchronized, but there's an individualism to the execution. You know, it's not robotically synchronized. It's still synchronized, but there's casualness to it. There's a rawness factor. There's a it's imperfect, but in a good way. It's very intentional. And I feel like, you know, for example, like what we like for influencers or celebrities, we don't want something that is too curated, something that is too polished. You know, we want some imperfection. You know, when everyone's starting to look the same, you know, for example, we want some individualism. And so same thing with choreography, where, you know, things are starting to all kind of look the same, especially if you've been a stan for so many years. And so now you see something imperfect in some ways, but perfect also at the same time. You see the personality, you see more of the vibe. It's entertaining. You can't really foresee what's going to happen. It's like a surprise. When you're dancing this kind of choreography, it's almost like, you know, for example, if you had K-pop training and then you go into this kind of company, this is the kind of dance style they're wanting you to do. You almost need to unlearn everything that you've learned before so that they could instill in you the vibe, the mannerism, the way you walk and run and execute these movements, because that's going to be very different than if you were so K-pop trained, which again is not a bad thing, okay? It's not a bad thing, it's just like there are different things. I keep thinking the song is done during that time. Oyul is so interesting to watch because apart from his charisma, like there's a sort of sharpness to the way his upper body moves. Like, look, and he's in the side. He's not even in the center. But like, there's an you know, like, you know, it's I would say he's probably quite polished. I wouldn't be surprised if he had like K-pop training prior, like, you know, your traditional K-pop training. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong, but it's just like what I'm seeing. I feel like there is kind of a sliver of like K-pop training and then shifting into this kind of dance genre. But he adapted quite well, if that's the case. And the travel, oh, so good. Hey, hey, yo. Sorry. Ujin just reminds me of those choreographers that you pay to take a workshop from. So what happens in the dance community is there aren't just crews like dance crews and competitions. There's a lot of workshops also. So when you get to a certain level in your career, you can basically if you have or own a dance crew, and your dance crew, gets the accolades. For example, you win competitions here and there, and then you start to have that kind of local fame, if not international fame or like national fame. Then you can have. Of course, dance doesn't always pay. Competitions don't pay that much. So to make your ends meet, you would hold workshops. And these choreographers would teach a certain choreography. It could be like a piece from a recent competition or like their new choreography. And then dancers would take that workshop. It's like a 2 to 3 hour workshop, depends. And then you pay, I don't know, like $20 to take that class. You learn that specific choreography. And those teachers could be very famous too. Like for example, if they've been dancing with like a certain kind of artist. For example, you've been a backup dancer to Beyonce, you've been a backup dancer to Usher, those kind of dancers, and then they would hold these workshops. Ujin just reminds me of like those kind of choreographers. Just the way he moves, it's so beautiful to watch. Like, I'm just so happy about it. Like, yeah. Woo! I love his dynamics. The way where he hits it and where he goes slower. Hey. Yeah, the level is so good. And it's so satisfying with the music too. Level change. So good. They know their music really well because, yeah, the musicality is really good. It's just like they're singing with the bodies. I use that term a lot. The music slows down and it goes faster, and then your body and choreography just goes with it. Incredible stuff. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, we're gonna just quickly check out the performance video. Wait. We cut off his leg already there. Come on. This is why I like a dance practice, because you can see the feet. Hey, I like that detail though. So there's an upside to having close-ups too, because then you can see like the head details better. Woo! Hey. Woo! That headbang. I feel like we see more of the details from Louis here. I like that move. Hey, oh, I like that with like kind of head thing. Yeah, you see more head banging in this one. God, that tone, that face, the dancing skill, it's unfair. It's so good. Hey. Woo. Whoa, the slide. That part just hits. Wow. Is there a live vocal for this? I want to hear the live vocal. Yo, they always get me, man. I'm satisfied. because it was a great performance already, and I'm okay for it to stop because I'm satisfied. You fulfilled, and then it just kept going. And I was like, here, have some mole. Hey. So dance breaks, these things need to be like full body on these shots. Labels do watch reaction videos. I've had a lot of inquiries. And so, you know what, for J-Park's company, Long Shot, if you guys are watching this, just for anybody, honestly, for a performance video, especially on a dance break, we would like to see more of the body. You can be moving in and out 100%, but do not cut off the feet, you know, that kind of thing, right? Because that's the entire point of a dance break. It's a dance break. In the other sections, yes, you can, you know, go tighter because we're seeing the face, they're singing. But in a performance video for a dance break, don't cut the feet. Because and stay, you know, you can go lower, you can go higher, whatever, like that, or like in and out, but like not enough that you would cut the bottom of the feet, like knees down or anything like that, because we lose the detail that way. And that's the whole purpose of a dance break, right? A dance break like this, and you're zooming in and out, we lose the detail so much. Like here. Like, the feet was completely lost. Here, too. Like, Ujin was gone. Yeah. So just a thing, you know, for these performance videos. I'm like honestly pleasantly surprised. Like I mentioned in there, they honestly did not need to be able to dance. Cause the voice the voices are so good. The textures, the rap flows, it hits already. So, you know, if they weren't great dancers, I would have not minded. You know, but they had to come in here and like go ham. Of course, you know, for example, it's looking like Ujin is a very trained hip-hop dancer, and so of course, it looks like that he is more advanced than the other guys, but the other guys are not falling behind. It's still very cohesive. There's harmony in it. The other guys are not distracting in a way, you know, even if they may not be as good as Ujin. What I like about this is like the character, the personality in the way they dance. I am appreciating more of the individualism of these dancers. You know, I think going into my K-pop journey, you know, back in 2020 when I first started my channel, it was all about synchronization and kind of like being very, very similar. Because I think that was because I came from where you would have, yes, synchronization, but also have personality in your dancing. And so going into K-pop, I was like, whoa, this is new. This is very different. It's very like, you know, you would have some groups that are very robotically synchronized. They all have the same training. They all have, which is so fascinating to me because I'm like, yo, I've never seen that before. But then it's great to kind of go back and be like, yo, there's individualism. There's personality in the way they dance. And seeing more of that, you know, in at the same time, great music. You know what I mean? All right, thank you guys so much for watching the feed today. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, do like and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure to click that notification bell so you don't miss any content from me. And if you'd like to see more exclusive reactions, I do have a Patreon. Link is down below.